Hey everybody, it's Sebastian here at the warehouse salon, as you can see. And this is Brenda. You all probably have talked to her if you've called in, and if you ever hear somebody say that they're Brenda, this would be her. And we cut her hair nice and short last time, but this time we're going to go ahead and do another trim. But afterwards, the reason for this video is we're going to be bleach and toning her. So I'm going to take you all through that with Lovely Light Bleach and all the versatility that that system has. So I'm going to get her haircut done, and then we'll go into mixing and applying that Lovely Light Bleach. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, so we just finished Brenda's haircut, and she's about a level 7, but she's going to be really easy to lift. So one of the things that I've taught in the classes that many of you have been in is that our Lovely Light is made to mix 1 to 1, 1 to 2, and 1 to 3. And the reason that it's made to do that is so that you can make it stronger or weaker for the type of hair you're working on. So that's going to set you apart from other colorists, because they're slapping the same bleach on everybody, and it doesn't matter if they're a level 7 and they don't need that high alkalinity or not. But with us, we're going to take care of each customer's hair and make it the healthiest it can be. So for Brenda, if I'm taking her from a 7 to a 10, it's a few levels, it's going to be pretty easy to lift her. Why would I put a strong bleach in her hair? So I can mix 1 to 3, and the developer is thicker, so that this is one of the reasons it's thicker, so that you can do this and still have a really nice creamy consistency. So mixing it 1 to 3 means more developer than the actual cream bleach. That's going to give me a lower alkalinity and a less amount of persulfates, and those are the two most damaging components of bleach. So if I lower the ammonia and the persulfates, then I'm going to still be able to get the lift that I need for her, because she's light and easily lifted. Now if you are doing, bleach on a normal head of hair and you're trying to get more levels of lift, you're typically going to mix it 1 to 2. And then if you're working on somebody with really coarse hair and you need higher alkalinity and higher persulfates to get in there and get that darker, thicker hair lifted, you can mix it all the way down to 1 to 1, and that's going to raise the alkalinity because you're using less developer, and developer is acidic. So that is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to mix this up for her, and then we're going to apply, and I'll show you my application as well. Cream, you want to always massage the packet before you dispense it so that you get the oils evenly distributed. And then we are going to use in the first batch, I'm going to mix about 20 grams just to be sure I have plenty. And because I'm mixing it 1 to 3, actually I could have used less. That's one thing you have to keep in mind, because you're going to use a lot more developer, so you're going to make a lot more product. So if that was 20 grams and I'm doing 3 parts developer, I'm going to do 60 grams of developer. So we will have more than enough bleach for sure. All right. Okay, everybody. So Brenda's hair again is a level 7, and we mixed the Lovely Light cream, or what used to be called paste, 1 to 3. So remember, 1 to 2 is your normal that you're going to do most of the time. When you have dark, thick, coarse hair and you need something stronger in alkalinity and higher in persulfates, you mix it 1 to 1. But in this case, she's a level 7. I only need a couple levels lift, and there is no reason to damage her hair with a stronger option. So I'm going to go with the most gentle option, which is mixing it 1 to 3. So 1 part bleach to 3 parts of the 20 volume. And that 20 volume, again, is thick in the Lovely Light system, so that when you mix it, you still get a beautiful creamy consistency. Now, she's got really short hair, and a lot of hairdressers might take, that shortcut and apply the bleach on everything at once. I'm not going to do that, because I want even bleaching or even blonding from scalp to ends, because I don't want to put the toner on and have the new growth turn violety and the ends turn neutral, because I overlifted the new growth by putting it on at the same time. So the way that I normally do a bleach and tone is I apply 1/2 inch out through the ends. After I get her to this level, I'm going to wipe off with a paper towel all the excess bleach. I'm going to mix a new batch of bleach and I'm going to apply from the scalp through the ends again. And then that is going to lift everything evenly, and I'm going to have one beautiful consistent blonde from the scalp to the ends of the hair. Okay, so we lifted her to yellow, to not just, you know, somewhere between pale yellow and yellow, because we're making her a level 9. So I don't need her to be super bleached to too light, because the underlying pigment of a level 9 is yellow. So she's bleached up. Now I'm going to mix up her toner, which we're going to do in its color, and we're going to mix it with the Neutro and the double 5 volume so that we make it into a Demi toner. So what that looks like, let's just see. For example, we're going to use a 7.01, and you're going to say that's really dark, but we're going to mix it with Neutro. So when you mix anything equal parts with Neutro, it makes it one level lighter. So that is going to make it an 8.01 natural ash. That's an NA, so it's a natural ash. Then when I do 2 parts 5 volume, it's going to dilute it to another level lighter, so it's going to make it a 9.01. But the reason that I'm doing it this way is because Neutro has no ammonia in it. So no ammonia. And Developer is acidic. So by doing 2 parts Developer and no ammonia in the Neutro, we diluted the alkalinity of that 7.1. We also diluted the pigment dilute, so it made it a 9.01. But that made it a Demi because it brought the alkalinity down to a Demi level. And that's by doing the Neutro and the double 5 volume. So hopefully you all understand that, and you'll get to see the end result in just a few minutes. All right, everybody. So as you can see, the toner's on and processing, and it's calming her yellow way down already. Again, this is the formula. So its color, 7.01, equal parts with Neutro. Then I used 2 parts of the Developer, and so that made the 7.01 into a 9.01 with Demi alkalinity. So it made it into a Demi toner, so that I'm not using permanent color alkalinity on bleached hair, because there is no reason to do that. The hair is already open and porous, and you're just damaging the hair for no reason if you use permanent colors as your toners. So this gives you an option to make your its color into Demi toners, and it gives you tons of toner options, because practically every 7, 8, and 9 in the entire line could be made into a toner this way. It would just be 2 levels lighter. So those 7, 8s, and 9s would turn into 9, 10s, and 11s. Okay guys, so the final result is a really nice, soft, natural blonde. I'll take her outside and take a couple pictures to put on the video as well. But as you can see, that formula turned out to be a level 9, and natural ash was just enough to cut the yellow out but not make it look ashy or dark. It looks very natural and neutral. All right, I hope you enjoyed and learned something you didn't know before, and I will talk to you soon.